is to grow. To move is to succeed. Move like you used to. Let OCR get you there. An active lifestyle is worth it. The specialists in the medicine of motion, Orthopedic and Spine Center of the Rockies. Schedule an appointment today. Located at 3 medical campuses: Loveland, Fort Collins, and Greeley.
Testing, testing, two, testing. Testing, testing, two, three, testing, testing.
Rondo. Spider Rondo.
Welcome, NIM fans, to this Saturday night matchup between the UCL Broncos and your CSU Rams. The Rams winning the matchup 4-1 last night, looking to complete the sweep here tonight, and the Broncos hoping to play spoiler to that, as we're going to get started here pretty soon. A game that turned a little bit physical last night towards the end, so we'll see what effect that has on the beginning of this game. And Rams dominated most of the first period, and then it was a pretty tight game after that. So now that UCL has their bus legs gone, we'll see how that goes tonight as Von Felt steps in to take the spot against number 11. Spot 4 in the middle, and Norris with it, trying to chip a GP, finds Von Felt, then jumps over his stick. Number 19 for the Broncos, running wide. He sends it down deep. Rudrow back on it. Number 11, good forecheck there. He's dragged down by Rudrow. Puck in his feet. Cromwell tries to dump it off for Rudrow. That gets close to the side of the net. Spot 4 behind the net. Von Felt with it. Body's laid on him. Cromwell over to Rudrow in the corner. Rudrow looking for somebody, but he loses his hand on the puck. Not there from the point from 25. Cromwell behind the net. He rims it around. Hunt Bond trying to get there, but can't. Puck's out to the middle of the ice. Hunt Bond with the puck. He's driving wide. Has two with him. Shot. And that's turned away by the UCO goaltender. Bonfelt tries to find Rudrow up top, but that is tipped around, and UCO has two coming down on one. Cromwell trying to stop, and that's shot wide by the UCO player. That bounced over the stick. Rudrow flips out to center. 28 for Broncos back with it. Hughes sends it up to 24, who tries to chip deep, but is unable to. Spot 4 there, and Doan ends up with the puck. Doan flips it up and out, and that'll go the length of the ice, but it'll be on net, so no icing there. And that'll be covered for a face-off here to the right of the UCO goaltender. UCO coming out on that first shift with quite a lot of fire, spending pretty much the whole time there in the Rams zone. Rams just trying to get it out. Collins to step in to take this draw. And we'll wait for just a second as that puck is won back by the Rams. Trangelo sends it down deep with Collins. That goes around. Brisson holds it up at the point. He sends it down on net, and that is gloved and held by the UCO goaltender. We will have a offensive zone face-off here for the Rams. Collins steps in, and that's one back. Brisson looking to get it deep, but he's pressured hard and has to take it out. Brisson still with the puck, looking for someone, and he'll send it down deep. Trangelo and Grosso on the forecheck. Trangelo beats his man. Grosso has the puck wheeling behind the net. Collins will get it. Collins looks for Grosso. Grosso out front shoots, and that is gobbled up by the UCO goaltender. Good look there by the Rams. Both teams today have a new goaltender, as opposed to last night with CSU having Colin Gallimore in the net, and I believe that is 57 for the Broncos, as the Broncos win that face-off. Number 5, kneeling behind the net, he reverses, has Andor on it, looking for somebody. He'll flip it up and out, and that'll go down to Perini, bouncing. He's able to control it, wheels around, turns it over, 44 to the side. That's set away by the pad of Gallimore. Now Perini up to Stevens, as UCO has it. They'll try to send it the length of the ice, and that misses everybody, and that'll be icing on the Broncos. Rams will elect to take this face off to the right of the UCO goaltender, as Stevens will step in. Stevens wins it to Andor. Andor has it, tries to find it on him. That's sticked away by a UCO player. Number 5 for UCO sends it up and out. Emerson has it. He's wheeling, looking for somebody. Goes D to D to Perini. Perini trying to step through the middle. Loses the handle a little bit, but keeps the puck. Stevens tries to send it down, but that hits the linesman. 22 for the Broncos wheeling. Goes D to D to 25. 25 looking again for 22, but that is sent the length of the ice for another icing on the Broncos. So we will have another auto zone face-off for the Rams. UCO has about was able to get about half of their players changed, so they got a few tired guys, but some fresh legs as well. And CSU is wanting to take that draw to the other circle, but they will not be allowed to. Just kidding, they will. As the Rams have Hernberger, Sleds, and Berger out with Cromwell and Redder. Hernberger wins back to Sleds and tries to send it on net, but that's kicked aside by a UCO player. Hernberger and Sleds battle for it with 2 UCO players down low. UCO able to step out with it, 25. Trying to find 11, goes cross ice, but that won't be enough for an icing. Rudrow back on it. He chips it off the boards to Berger. Berger wheels behind his net. Looking for support, he finds Sleds. Sleds through the middle to Hernberger. Hernberger across to Rudrow. Rudrow absorbs a hit there, and the puck comes up in the air. Sleds will have it back. We go across to Cromwell. Cromwell looking for options. He chips it off the boards, and that'll be on UCO's defender. Back up to Cromwell. Cromwell trying to send it deep, but that hits a UCO player. As 16 for the Broncos has it, he sends it down deep. Broncos have 2 on the forecheck with Cromwell here. Cromwell does a good job there to control the puck and get it up to Sleds. Sleds finds Von Felt. Von Felt is hammered there at the blue line. And the puck is sent to the half wall there, fought for. Von Felt has the puck behind the net. He finds Rudrow. Rudrow flips it up and out. And that will be an icing call on the Rams. As Von Felt on that last shift took a pretty good lick there right at the blue line, but pumped up. He looks like he's doing all right, so that's always good to see. Icing will lead to a face-off here to the right of Gallimore. Von Felt steps in against number 24 for the Broncos. As Broncos will win it back, go up top to their D. He'll walk looking for a shot. Tries to find 12, but that's through his stick. Rudrow fights with it, 21, and that's, I believe, Von Felt in there with him, fighting for the puck. Von Felt chipping it up. That goes along the dasher and across ice. 5 has it up top. He has a shot that's tipped and blocked out in front. Good look there. Another good look as Broncos are kind of defending that. Goes off skate and covered by Gallup. So far, a much more even game here in this first period than there was last night. Both teams trading chances, and UCO won a good few here in the last minute or so. We will do that again because of a false start as Collins steps in. That draws one back to 44. He shoots, and that's wide. Doan trying to get there for the Rams. He's able to, tips it up to Trangelo, tries to get it out, but that is held by 44 as Doan has it deep in his zone. He'll send it down the length of the ice, and that will be enough for an icing. So we'll have another D-zone face-off here in the Rams zone. Broncos definitely coming out with a little bit more fire than they had last night, and putting the Rams on their heels a little bit here to start. Collins to step in against number 22 for the Broncos. Here to the left of Gallimore. That face-off is fought for, and the Rams will away with it as Petrangelo has it on the wing. And a good stick there as Petrangelo is able to get it deep. 34 will rim it all the way around and out for the Broncos, and that icing is waved off. Frisson back on it. He has Doan with him at 20. Reverse for Doan. Doan trying to find somebody, but it's in the skates of a UCO player, and then it's covered by Gallimore. UCO here in this first period seems to be trying to use their legs, throwing everything down into the zone and having a strong forecheck to try to wear down the Rams defense. Stevens will step in here to take this draw. And that's one back by Stevens to Emerson. Emerson reverses and takes a hit. Stevens hits his man, and Greeny will have it far side. Greeny looking for 77 through the middle, and that is off his stick and out of play. Rams have Feinberg, Andor, and Stevens out for this neutral zone draw. That is one back by the Broncos. They go D to D. 25 for the Broncos. Will send it all the way down deep, ram it around. Marini back on it for the Rams. He chips it up to Andor, who takes a hit. That puck goes back. Emerson on it. Able to absorb the hit, and he finds Feinberg on the wall. Feinberg goes far side, looking for Andor. Andor's able to control it. Andor has Stevens with him. Tries to find him, and a good back check there by 19. Andor with it out in front. He shoots, and that will be stopped and covered by the UCO goaltender. Good look there off the rush for the Rams. A good save there by the UCO goaltender. Stevens to step in for this ozone draw. And there'll be one back by the Broncos, rimmed around, looking for 21. Tips it to the middle for 24. He'll skate to the middle and send it down deep. And we'll chase after it. Marini back on it. He tips it up. It's off a few sticks and ends up on Stevens' stick. He finds Feinberg. Feinberg taken down, but no penalty there. Stevens with it. Tries to send it down deep and is ran into. Broncos go D to D. 61 with it. He sends it back to 21. Comes all the way across ice to 24, who will tip it down deep. Gallimore out to play it, and he gives it to Cromwell. Turnover there, and Rams avoid something there. As Feinberg has Andor with him. As two, he pulls up, looks for Cromwell. Cromwell with it, looking for options. He shoots, and that's sneaked aside by the UCO goaltender. Rimmed around up to Rudrow. Rudrow, quick shot, stopped again by UCO goaltender. Chipped up by UCO. Feinberg with it on the wall. Feinberg looking for options. Tries to send it down deep. That is intercepted by number 12, UCO. Out to the middle for Cromwell. Cromwell up to Herrenberger, who leaves it there for Andor. Andor tries to toe drag on his man, but he's not able to do a good stick there. Caught for in the corner, Andor and Herrenberger. As UCO will take that puck and skate it behind the net. Out to 20 on the wing. Andor going for a change. Cross to number 5. He's skating down for UCO. Good stick there by Cromwell. Send it out wide. 5 trying to center it. It does. Off the skate and into the corner off of Gallimore. UCO will rim around. 44 there. He picks it up. Tries to dance around Herrenberger. And Rudrow takes a hit there. But 44 ends up with the he shoots, and that's off of Gallimore and out of play. Both teams kind of trading chances now. Even game here in this last 3 minutes or so. Herrenberger steps in to take this draw. That is one to the wall to Doan. Doan will send it behind the net to Frisson. Frisson looking for Sleds in the middle. He has him, but that goes through his stick. Sleds on the forecheck, and that'll end up covered by the UCO goaltender. Herrenberger, Sleds, and Rondo out for the Rams with Frisson and Doan on the blue line. Herrenberger in to take this draw. He wins it back to Rondo. Rondo up to Doan. Doan shot, that's just wide. Puck behind the net. Herrenberger sends it out. Sleds there on it. He absorbs the check, and UCO will try to get it out. Does. Doan has it. He sends it down deep. UCO goaltender out to play it, but that goes through his stick. Rondo plays a hit there as that's chipped out by Broncos. Frisson back on it. Goes D to D to Doan. Doan looking for options. He finds Von Felt, who will chip it down deep, and that's out. Out to play it is the UCO goaltender. He'll leave it for 25. 25 trips it all the way down, and that will be enough for icing and a Rams ozone face-off here. He's off here to the left of the UCO goaltender. Von Felt will take this against number 11 for the Broncos. Von Felt, that is chipped up and out by the Broncos. Emerson back on it. He goes D to D to Perini. Perini looking for options. He goes across ice to Norris. Norris skating back on it. He gives it up for Emerson, but that goes through his stick. Emerson finds Hunt Bond. Bond surveying, looking for options. He'll chip it against the boards to Perini. We'll send it to the middle for Hunt Bond. Hunt Bond playing wide. He has 3 with him. Steps through a man, but a good body there by the UCO goaltender as Von Felt has it. He finds Perini. Perini with a shot blocked away by number 12, for the Broncos. Emerson down on it. Tries to send it to the front, but that is sticked away. Norris has it. Bring him back to his own zone. He's wheeling, looking for options. Sends it out wide. And will come across the middle of the blue line. Looking for a shot. He shoots. Good save there by the UCO goaltender. As 25 will have it. Tries to chip it up, but that is stick side by Von Felt. Hunt Bond fighting for it there. And that'll come up to 44, who isn't able to handle it, but now has the puck. Sends it out wide for 9 for the Broncos. Cromwell on it there, and 9 will have it down deep. Rudrow back on it. A wheel and chip it up for Norris. Just out of his reach and dumped back down again by the Broncos. Cromwell behind his net. He sends it over for Rudrow. Rudrow slightly misplays it there, absorbs a check, fighting for it. And up top for the Broncos. Trying to go deep and deep, but that's out of the reach of the other defender. 44 with it on the wall. He sends it back down deep for 28. 28. And Von Felt fighting for the puck there. 3 Rams, 2 Broncos in on that puck battle. Trying to get the puck loose. And it'll come up and out. And that icing is waved off the Broncos stick. And the Rams will get their forward group to change. As number 19 mishandles his breakout pass. 22 bats it down. And we have Grosso and Collins colliding. Grosso in the corner, trying to center it as hit down as he does. 19 wheeling out. And he'll send it down deep, but he's hit by Petrangelo. Collins will play that out. And Cromwell will tip it back for Rudrow. Rudrow looking for options. Tries to go cross ice, but that's off of a ramp skate. And Rudrow has it on the wall. He'll chip it up and out to center ice for Collins. He's able to fight off some pressure there. Looking for a shot. Good stick there by the UCO defender. Grosso lays a hit there. Petrangelo gets a good stick on it. Grosso will send it down deep. On the forecheck is Collins. That's sent up, down over to Frisson. Frisson tries to go cross ice, but that's intercepted in the air by number 11. Number 11 finds 14, back to 11. Shoots, and it's a 5-hole goal by number 11 for the Broncos. An unfortunate good intercept of a sauce pass there with number 11 hitting it out of the air. 3-on-2 back the other way. And 11 will bury that. Rams now looking to respond. Not let that momentum shift too much as they have Stevens, Feinberg, and Andor out there with Doan and Simpson. And we'll get a new white center, or new Ram center here. Feinberg loses that draw. Back on it is 25 for the Broncos. Looking for options. He goes across the ice, takes a weird hop, and Frisson lays it up. Broncos have 3, and they try to go cross ice, but that's sticked away by Gallimore. No has it. He rims it around up to number 9 for the Broncos. Sends it down low for 24. 24 stepping up, looking for somebody. He tries to find somebody at the point, but that goes through everybody. Back down. 25 will chip it up off the boards, and Doan steps up. He sends it down deep across ice. Feinberg here on the forecheck. Number 9 finds 25 on the wall. 25 will chip it up and out. Andor has the puck taken from him by 12. Good stick there by Frisson, or excuse me, by Perini. As that puck pops out, shot, and that is saved by Gallimore. Short side, Andor wheeling around the net. He steps out in front. As Feinberg looking for him. Good stick there by the Broncos defender as Stevens dances around a few. Has options. Steps up, sends it up high for Perini. Perini shoots down low. That's tipped off a couple sticks as Andor's in on it. And Stevens will battle for it in the corner. Comes up to 44 for the Broncos, who tries to find someone in the middle. Andor has a puck there. He sends it down deep. Feinberg has it in the corners. Steps around one-man shot. Walker saved there by the Broncos goaltender. Good stick there by Andor to keep that puck in, and that'll be sent down by the Broncos off of Cromwell's stick. Perini there with him. Up to Stevens. Stevens looking for options. Will shoot, and a glove save there by the UCO goaltender, and he will freeze that as Both teams will get line changes here. Shift there by the Rams, responding to that goal. A couple of good chances, good shots. Hoping to keep that energy up as Hernberger steps in to take this draw against number 11 for the Broncos. Hernberger, once he sleds, he looks to shoot, but it gets taken there by 5. Hernberger has it out in front. Touchdown score! With the goal off of Hernberger, fighting through a trip, and he scores. Off the face-off there. Good work by the Rams to get to the net, get in position. That puck pops out after Hernberger got tripped down. And Berger will bury that. I believe they are talking about it right now, but I believe there was going to be a trip called on that play. And as you saw last night, there was a penalty. The Broncos scored, and the Rams still had that penalty. And I believe that's what they're arguing, because this is the same exact situation, but it looks like the Broncos will not be getting a penalty. So, not sure why that's different this time, but it is. As the Rams tie it up with just over 7 minutes left here in the first. Hernberger, that draws one to the corner and set down deep by the Broncos. Rudrow back on it. He has 12 forechecking. It's breaks on. That puck will pop up off of Cromwell. Hernberger with it. He chips it around a Bronco, and puck will be in his feet as Cromwell has it. Sends it to Hernberger. Sends it up for Cromwell. Cromwell has 2 with him. Finds Berger, but 50 there. Sleds has it out wide, looking for support, and he falls down. And that will be an icing there on the Broncos. Good opportunity there for the Rams and good defense by the Broncos. Rams will send out Von Felt, Morris, and Hunt Bond, along with Doan and Fritzson. Take this ozone draw here to the right of the UCO goaltender. Hunt Bond stepping in against 24. 5 will have it back. Hunt Bond since that. Von Felt in on the forecheck, as that'll come up to 21 for the Broncos. 21. Tries to chip it. Doan with a good stick there to break that up. We sent and rimmed around by 21. Fritzson back on it. He chips it up for Norris. Norris handling it. He steps around a man, tries to chip it around him, but took a little bit too much on that. As the Broncos have it out wide, 22, looking for somebody, fans on his shot, and that one is sticked away by Doan. Fritzson has it in the corner, steps around 22, looking for help. He's skating it up. He'll fake it, get it down deep, about halfway, and Fritzson still controlling the puck after absorbing a hit, looking for someone out front. He puts the brakes on, and sends it out front. Norris with a shot there, saved, and Fritzson will have it. He sends it down low for Norris. Norris trying to dance around, but puck is taken from him as it's chipped up and out by the Broncos. Emerson will glove that down and send it up for Hunt Bond, whose pass is intercepted. Broncos coming down. Shot there, saved by Callamore, and rebound saved again. Norris has Von Felt with him. Coming down, has a trailer, and he tries to find Von Felt, but is unable to. Hunt Bond with a shot, saved there. Another shot in Hunt Bond's feet out front into the corner. 22 will chip it up, and that'll get just through Emerson, who will send it back for Perini. Perini surveying, looking for somebody. He sends it cross ice, and that'll be off of a UCO player down deep as the Rams will change their forwards. UCO starting their breakout. They try to go cross ice. That'll miss everybody, and that will be an icing on the Broncos. Two good saves there from Gallimore on 2 pretty good opportunities for the Broncos. Collins in to take this ozone draw. Going back to Perini. Perini looking for Emerson, but that's off of the Broncos stick. As 19, good forecheck there to beat Emerson to the puck. He tries to find 16 through the middle. Good sticks there by the Ram defenders and back checkers. That'll be put up and out by Grosso. Looking for Collins and Petrangelo. They'll end up with it, but a good step there. 19 sends it to the middle. Perini steps up, gets a stick on it, but 61 will rim it around. And down deep, Petrangelo will get it on the half wall. Send it back for Cromwell. Cromwell reverses it to Perini, who will take it behind the net. He steps up and out. He's looking for Petrangelo, but just a little bit outside his reach, because that puck will be sent back down by Broncos defender. Cromwell up to Petrangelo. Petrangelo swinging out wide. Gives it to Collins. Back goes through his stick. Collins looking for a center, but that goes off a UCO skate. Up to Rudrow at the point. Rudrow walking. Shoots. His scores! Rudrow sniped from the point. Far down. Not far down, excuse me. Far side snipe. Through traffic. What a shot there. And with that goal, the Rams are on top now. Able to weather the storm a little bit there to start, but have been playing well since. That puck won back to the Rams. Cromwell with it. Looking for options. He chips it up, tries to find Stevens, but is unable to. That's sent down deep by the Broncos. Cromwell back on it, gets it in the corner. He'll send it back over for Rudrow. Rudrow will chip it off the wall. Feinberg on the forecheck. He's able to send it deep with some good hustle there. And beats his man there. Able to hold on to the puck a little bit. Broncos will end up with it. Chip it up and out. 21 will have it for the Broncos. He sends it far side with a chip. Rudrow back on it. 24 forechecking for the Broncos. He'll go D to D. Finds Doan. Doan goes cross ice looking for Andor. That's out of his reach. But that will go to the net and be covered by the UCO goaltender. The Rams will have an offensive zone face-off here with about 3.5 minutes left. As the Rams will be sending out Collins, Petrangelo, and Barrasso. Collins in to take the straw against number 22. One back by the Broncos, and they go cross ice. Petrangelo trying to get there. Doan will get there. Shot. That's tipped just wide in front of the net by Collins. As Russell will send it down deep, looking for Collins, takes a weird bounce, and up to the point as Frisson was able to keep that in, send it down low. Another weird bounce off the Zamdor, send up again to Frisson, who will again keep it in and send it back down low again. Another weird bounce. Collins looking to center it, no one there for the Rams. And 20 for the Broncos will chip it up and out. Doan back with 44 steps to the middle. Doan able to take a body there, keep that as a low scoring opportunity. Petrangelo sends it back, looking for Frisson. 22 has it for the Broncos up top, and that shot is well over the net. 44 will send it up for 25 at the point, who takes a hit from Petrangelo. 22 with it, looking to shoot, and that shot is saved and then covered by Gallup. Broncos getting a little bit of offensive zone time there, but nothing doing due to some good defense and goaltending from the Rams. Stevens taking this D-zone draw against number 11 for the Broncos. That's one back to Emerson. Emerson tips it up, and that'll go through the Broncos defenseman as Andor ends up the puck, but that goes off his stick into the corner. Tipped around by the Broncos. Feinberg in on the corner. He absorbs a hit, sends it to Stevens, who tries to go short side, but that puck will be up and out of play. And I believe that'll be a neutral zone face-off. But the linesman saw it a different way. And we'll have a defensive zone face-off here. That puck was sent straight out by the Rams, but was missed by the officials. They'll win it back. Perini looking for a shot. That's blocked by a UCO defender. And that puck will come up and out to Emerson. Emerson rims it around. Takes another bad hop off those Zamdors. That's really bad. Feinberg in on the forecheck, able to get that puck Feinberg looking to center it, but that hits off of a Bronco. Feinberg with the puck takes a hit and is like tackled and punched by the UCL player. That was unbelievable. Feinberg got hit and then was put in a headlock and punched by number 16 for UCO. And I'm not positive, but I believe that'll either be a 2 and a 10 or a 5-minute major, or at least should be. We'll see here as they put it on the board. And they'll drop the puck. That's another penalty for the Broncos. Just a very silly penalty. After the whistle, that play wouldn't have even counted. And now the Broncos are going to be down 5-on-3. And again, still not sure about that first penalty. The reason that play was stopped is because it wasn't up on the board yet. So yeah, 2 silly penalties that didn't affect the play at all, but that'll put the Broncos down 5-on-3 for at least 2 minutes here as we get everything sorted out by the officials and the scorekeeper. (16-5) with the penalties for the Broncos. 16 with the first penalty and 5 with the second one. That's a chippiness we began to saw at the end of last night's game. So it looks like that first penalty will just be a 2-minute penalty. So it'll be 2 minutes of 5-on-3 here for the Rams to end this period, with 1:48 left on the game clock. Here, so the Rams will have a 5-on-3 for 2 minutes to end this period. Collins out there with Huntbon, Grasso, Petrangelo, and Doan. That is one back to Petrangelo. Petrangelo cross-ice to Doan. Doan back to Petrangelo. Petrangelo over to Doan. Doan looking for a shot. He sends it down low. Tries to center by Collins, and that'll come just up and out. Good clear there by the Broncos. Petrangelo has it on the wall. He'll rim it around, looking for Collins. And that'll be fought for on the wall there. Chipped up and out by the Broncos. Doan back on it. He has one on. Doan will find Petrangelo. Petrangelo to Huntbon. Huntbon drops it for Doan. Doan will come out wide. Step around his man. Step in front. Shot. That's blocked by the UCO defender. And UCO will send it the length of the ice. Gallimore will come out and stop that as Huntbon goes back on the puck. Huntbon coming up with speed. He will drop it back for Petrangelo, but too far, and 12 will have a chance here for the Broncos. Good stick there from Doan to negate that. Fought for on the corner there. Grasso will step away with it. He goes cross ice to Collins. Collins coming down the wall, putting the brakes on. And fought off the puck there by number 9. Send it the length of the ice. Rams here just looking to get set up as there's 30 seconds left in the game, or in the period. Emerson coming up. He'll snap out wide and send it up top to Collins. Collins to Stevens. Stevens to Petrangelo. Petrangelo shoots it off the bar. Stevens has the puck, looking for options. Goes to Collins. Collins to Stevens. Stevens looking down low for Trangelo. It's in there. It's sitting out in the crease. It's loose. Still loose outside. Jesus. Battle for the puck. It was loose the whole time. And Garrett Stevens will clean up the trash for his 5th goal of the season. I'm noticing the game clock is at 0 right now. So I believe that might be what UCO is talking to the officials about. Because if that shot did beat the buzzer, there should be some time left on the game clock. So it is confirmed as a goal. I'm not sure how much time they will put on the clock, if they'll put any on. I believe we should have some time left on the clock here. But it might be close enough where the officials say just don't worry about it and send us off for the period. Talking about it now, they will add some time here. Long conversation trying to get everything figured out. And they will put 1.1 seconds on the clock for that draw, and it'll be the period there. So, a good way to end the period for the Rams, with 2 goals from Rams who scored last night, and 2 penalties taken late by the Broncos that put the Rams on a 5-on-3 power play, able to capitalize on one of those penalties. They'll have 11 seconds left on the other when we come back for the second period.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone.
College hockey. It's more than just what school you play for. More than just another sweater you pull on. It's about focus, determination, strategy, and poise. It's more than just packed rinks and screaming fans. It's about heart, skill, and passion. In nearly 30 years of the ACHA, we don't just play the game of hockey. We are the game of hockey. Hundreds of elite players and coaches from some of the United States and Canada's most prestigious programs. The American Collegiate Hockey Association. More than just a game.
who knows? Something could. I did get some clarification between the periods about why that delayed penalty was not called when the Rams scored today. And that is, the rule is that if there is a delayed penalty and the other team scores, that penalty is canceled out. So last night, when UCO scored and the Rams still had the penalty, that should not have happened. And that is why. So here we go. Start the second period. Von Felt didn't take the straw against number 11 for UCO. Von Felt will win it back to Cromwell. Cromwell surveys, sends it across to Rudrow. Rudrow back to Cromwell. Cromwell tip it up for Huntbond. That's off his skate and off the linesman there. Cromwell will regroup with the puck. Goes off the boards with Huntbond. Huntbond tries to chip it to the middle for Von Felt. That's intercepted. 19 for the Broncos will spin around and send it down deep. Rudrow sticks that off to Cromwell. Cromwell tips it off the boards up to UCO, who will rim it down to Rudrow on the half wall. Rudrow chips it up and out to center ice for number 9. The Broncos, number 9, tries to send it up for 16, but that is missed, and it will be an icing. And the Rams will have an offensive zone face-off here to the left of the UCO goaltender. Collins out there with Grosso and Petrangelo. Fritzen and Doan at the point. Collins that puck will go through the crease off of Grosso's stick. Petrangelo corner down low to Grosso. Grosso absorbs a hit there, steps out. Collins with it. He sends it back down low for Grosso, who will spin, avoid a man, come around front to Doan. Doan with a quick shot, sticks, saved the side, and the Rams will end up with a penalty here, delayed penalty on Petrangelo, will be sent out for a slash or a cross-checking. So the Rams will go on the penalty kill here for 2 minutes as Petrangelo called for the cross-check behind the play in front of the Broncos net. Hernberger out with sleds, Fritzen and Doan. Hernberger will lose that draw up to the point for the Broncos. He mishandles that puck. Doan will chip it to Sleds, who is looking for Hernberger, will send it all the way down. UCO goaltender will throw that up off the glass. Fritzen steps up, unable to make a play on that puck. 44 will hit the skates of 24, and down behind the net will go Doan. Doan tries to rim it around, but that'll be cut off to 24. And up to the half ball. 44 for the Broncos, up top for 9. He fans on the shot. Hernberger trying to step around him. Hernberger has Sleds with him. 2-0. The Rams, Hernberger's fans on his shot. Has it in the corner and will absorb a check and fight for the puck down low. Sends it to Sleds, who will send it back up for Doan. Doan killing some time here. Will send it all the way down the ice, as that is stopped behind the net by the UCO goaltender. He tries to play it, misplayed there. Berger with a good forecheck. He's able to cough that puck up. Norris will get it, but he's hit off the puck by 24. As 11 skates up with speed, tries to get to the middle, does shot there, stopped and covered by Colin Gallimore. So a good look there for the Rams. Unfortunately, not able to make anything out of it, but good kill so far. Norris in to take this draw, and that'll be fought for, and Norris will come away with the puck. Flashed and hooked, but no call there. Norris slips through the middle, through his man, steps around another. That'll come out to Perini. Perini will turn around and send that all the way down deep. As 14 for the Broncos will step out wide. Tries to step to the middle, but Emerson able to cut that off and send it down. As there are 20 seconds left here in this power play for the Broncos. They will set up behind their net. 21 leaves it for 14. And 14 will step out, find 21 on the wall. Unable to handle that pass. Von Felt The good forecheck there. Back on it is Emerson. Emerson flips up all the way down, and that will be the end of the man advantage for the Broncos. Good kill there as that puck is sent down and tipped by a Ram. Perini back on it. He goes to Cromwell. Cromwell mishandles that. Puck on the wall. Cromwell with it. He'll skate behind his net and looks for Perini, but that little miscommunication there. Cromwell has it again behind the net, and he will reverse it. Stevens will be in on that. Stevens sidesteps the hit, but Bronco player able to get a little bit up. Bronco's out in front of the shot. That is over the net wide. Up top for number 5. Shot down low, blocked away. And the Rams have 3 as Feinberg stepping through some. Stevens stops up. Tries to send it down low to Feinberg, but fans on the pass. Cromwell with it at the point, sends it to Feinberg. Stevens ends up with it, working down low, looking for options. Tries to toss it to the front as there's a little bit of shenanigans going on, but the Broncos will break it out. Good stick there by Rudrow to break that up, as that is again shut down by Rudrow. Petrangelo with it. He has Andor and Stevens, but that will be sent up and out by the Broncos. Rudrow wheeling, looking for options, steps around one man, and is hit off by number 19. Steps in the middle and mishandled there. 11 for the Broncos will come out wide. Tries to find 19. That's off of Rudrow's skate. Down low goes 11. He falls. And 19 in the corner with it. Cromwell working on him. Rudrow sent up top for the Broncos. Set down low. Tipped wide. Andor working on number 9 for the Broncos. Battle there in the corner. 19 will send it up top for 16. He will shoot it. Tipped. Good save there by Elmore as Stevens will step out with it, trying to find Andor on a chip, but that finds a stick and is flipped up and out by the Broncos. Cromwell back on it. He will chip it up to neutral zone. The neutral zone is that is sent down deep and off of Rudrow's skate and just wide of the net. Rudrow in on it, and Stevens will find Cromwell. Cromwell sends it up and out as the Broncos will regroup that shot on net, and that'll be stopped and held by Gallup. Broncos there responding with a little bit of pressure of their own, as we will have defensive zone face-off from the Rams here to the right of Gallimore. That puck will end up with Frisson. Frisson will go back behind the net to Doan. Doan the wall to Petrangelo. Petrangelo finds Collins, who will skate up. He sends it wide. He's got speed. Goes behind the net. And we have a penalty coming up here. They're calling a Ram here for a penalty. Not really sure. I didn't see it, but I'm not sure how someone cutting to the net could end up with 2 Broncos on top of them and be called for tripping. But that is what happened. So the Rams will go down again. 2 minutes on the penalty kill here. Fernberger will take the straw. He wins it back to Doan. Doan fighting to control. That's in Frisson's feet. He can't find it. Good stick there to negate any opportunity. Up top for Broncos. Across to 44. 44 has it. Surveys. Looks for a shot. Blocked there by Doan. Still ends up on net. That is covered by Gallup. And we will have a face off to the right of Gallup here. Hornberg will win that puck back, kind of sitting there up to the half wall. Hornberg lays a hit on 12. Broncos end up with the puck. 12 has it up top. He goes across to 24. 24 sends it across for 44, but that hops over his stick. Going with the stick there, sent down low for 19 for the Broncos. 19 wheeling around the net up to the half wall. Still wheeling. Comes over 44. 44 across to 24. And that shot is deflected wide by Sleds. No one will take that and send it the length of the ice. The Rams changing all 4 here. Kind of got away with it there, as that will be sent to 24 by the UCO goaltender. 24 finds 12 on the half wall, who go cross ice to 11. 11 dumps it down deep. Perini back on it. He rims it around. 24 cuts that off on the wall. Sends it down low for 16. 16 finds 14 at the point. 14 tries to go across to 24, but that's cut off. Sent down low by the Broncos. Perini's there with 16 of the Broncos fighting for it. And Emerson will take that puck and send it the length of the ice. As there is 35 seconds here left in this man advantage for the Broncos. 14 will bring it up through the middle, out wide. He puts the brakes on, takes a hit from Norris, and Emerson will again send that down for the length of the ice. Rams will change 3 here as the Broncos set up behind their net. 9 finds 24 on the wing. 24 sends it back to 9. Will go across to 14. 14 tries to chip it deep, but isn't unable to. Perini will send it down the length of the ice with 7 seconds left on this man advantage. Rams fighting for it. Rondo. Good forecheck there. He causes a turnover. Rondo. Monfeld has it. He's looking. The Rams are on back to full strength. Redrow have it at the point. He shoots it. Sidesteps a hit, and that will be gloved down by the UCO goaltender. Another good kill for the Rams. Keeping any chance that the Broncos had to the outside. Andor will step in to take this draw. 1 back by the Broncos. And good forecheck there by Stevens to make the Broncos kind of turn around. He will chip it up and out. Rudrow will glove that down, absorb a hit, and is able to hang on to the puck. Rudrow out wide to Stevens. Stevens back to Rudrow. Rudrow tries to go short side and just catches the shoulder of the UCO goaltender as that puck is sent up and out by the Broncos. Cromwell back on it. He hits the official, and that is sent back in by the Broncos, but they're offside, so they'll have to regroup. Andor skating it up, coming through the middle. He has speed. Steps around one man, sends it to the front, right there, and that is covered by the UCO goaltender. And 2 cross checks after the play by the Broncos, and looks like no calls there. Seems like every time there's a whistle down by the Broncos goaltender, something's going on for it. A little bit of frustration, I think. And we will have a draw here to the left of the UCO goaltender. 1 back to Rudrow by Collins. Rudrow with a shot, but he fans on it. And 16 has 19 with him. 2-on-1. Good save there by Gallimore. And sent back out, sent around. 11 will have it on the half wall. Cromwell, it's a hit on him. Sent down low. 19 with it for the Broncos. He'll send it up top for 5. 5 with the shot. That's blocked away by Petrangelo. Rudrow tips it up and out for Petrangelo. Petrangelo has a breakaway. He shoots, he scores! A chip up and out by Rudrow and finished by Petrangelo on the breakaway. After a great look for the Broncos coming down 2-on-1, a big save by Gallimore. Rams come down the other way and they pack another more to make it 4-1 Rams. Great way there for the Rams to turn a bad situation into a good one as that faceoff is won by the Broncos. 61 back on it. He looking for options. He'll find 12 on the boards. We'll send it up to 24. 24 takes a hit from Fonfeld there. Up to Humpbon. Humpbon will send it, tip it up and deep for the Rams. Fonfeld on the forecheck. In front. And Norris had a good chance there, but sticked away by the UCO goaltender. Humpbon has it on the wall. Frisson will send it down deep for Norris. Norris unable to control that puck. And Norris will lay a hit. Humpbon with the puck. Humpbon stepping through the middle and tries to center, but it's unable to. That comes up and not out as the Rams are able to keep it in. Norris looking for Humpbon, but can't quite find him. Humpbon walking line will go across the dome Doan looking for a shot that's wide, looking for a tip there in front, unable to get one, as 24 will skate it through the middle for 12. Doan will glove that down and send it up, looking for Sleds. Sleds will hit that around, finds Von Felt. Von Felt, door off of a UCL player, and that'll go just wide. Sleds in fighting for it, and that is broken up by 65 of UCO, and he would tip it up to 44, but a good step there by Emerson to break that up. Another bad bounce off of that dam door, and Frisson will send it back down deep as the Rams tag up and Berger in on the forecheck. Berger will lay a hit, and look, battle for the puck there. Hernberger steps out with it. He absorbs a check. Still fighting for it. Set out in front for Sledge. Sledge shoots, and that is gobbled up and covered by the UCO goaltender. Great two shifts there for the Rams, just all over the Broncos after they score that goal. Good momentum shift there. And some big saves from the UCO goaltender. We'll have a face-off to the right of said UCO goaltender as Stevens will step in. He wins that back to Emerson. Emerson with a shot, and that's blocked down in front. Andor skating, centers it. Stevens, that's wide. Centered again. No one there for the Rams. Perini will keep that in just barely, and the Broncos have a 2-on-1 here. And diving for it is 44, and that shot is blocked there by Emerson. Able to shut down that 2-on-1 opportunity. Emerson skating up with it, skating through the middle. He steps out wide, drops it for Stevens. Stevens low. Emerson has it there. Stevens looking for options, tries to center it, but that is intercepted by 20 of UCO. He will find 19, who will send it out wide for 9. Perini out to play him. That's off Perini's skate and over Stevens' stick as it comes down the length of the ice. 25 back on it for the Broncos. He'll flip it up to center ice. Perini will kick that forward, and no offsides there, as Stevens will dance around a few players, but he's at the end of his shift. Doesn't have a lot of gas left. Stevens finds Andor. Andor steps down low, steps to the middle, fighting off 3 sticks from the Broncos. Is able to Cromwell with a shot, and that is gobbled up by the UCO goaltender. What a good shift there for the Rams, keeping all the pressure on UCO, spending pretty much the entire time in their zone. But letting up another 2-on-1. Luckily, nothing happened again. But Rams got to be careful there not to let any more of those up. Collins in to take this draw against number 11 for UCO. Collins will win it to Petrangelo, send it up for Cromwell. Cromwell down to the wall for Petrangelo. Petrangelo tries to send it deep, but is unable to. 5 will have it. Cromwell, that's chipped up right in front of the Rams bench. Back to Cromwell. Cromwell will send it over for Rudrow. Rudrow cross ice to Petrangelo, who tries to chip it deep, but that jumps over his stick. Petrangelo on the forecheck, and Cromwell will end up with it. Cromwell steps around 2 men. Cromwell come down, tries to find Collins, but that is tipped up by a UCO stick. That puck is not out. There's a good keep from Petrangelo, but it'll come out now. Rudrow with a good stick there to shut down that opportunity. Tries to step around 11, is unable to. 16 steps around Cromwell, but is unable to keep the puck. Collins finds Petrangelo, cut through the middle. Petrangelo looks for a shot, but that's blocked by number 14 of UCO. Collins down low, fighting Petrangelo. Petrangelo centers this. Christian Collins with a centering feed from Connor Petrangelo. Christian Collins will send it on the ice, down low for the Rams. 6th goal, 5th goal. 5th goal of the night. Great job by Petrangelo to work down low, kick possession of that puck, and send it out front for Collins, who's able to slide it just past the UCO goaltender. That puck won back to Frisson. Frisson finds Hunt Bond across the ice. Hunt Bond, he shoots, and that will be gloved by the UCO goaltender and frozen. And you could kind of feel something was going to happen after the past 5 minutes the Rams had spent in the UCO zone. And sure enough, Collins is able to bury that. The Rams up 5-1 as that is won back by UCO. rim the round, and Frisson will step down and lay a hit on 12 and keep that puck in. Norris will find Frisson. Frisson up top to Doan. Doan shoots, and that will be stopped by the UCO goaltender. Rams, again, just applying that pressure, getting shots on goal. Ehrenberger in to take the straw for the Rams. And Sleds will end up with it. Half wall, he's trying to man, but is a good stick there from the UCO defender. Sleds sends it down low. Ehrenberger, as 28 will chip that up and out, but Rondo will send it back down low. Rondo lays a hit on 28 as he finds 24 for the Broncos. Goes cross ice, 21 stepping through the middle, and puck will end up with Doan in front. Doan sends it for Frisson. Frisson has speed. He'll find Sleds. Sleds coming up through the middle. Off for Rondo. Rondo with a shot tipped wide by Frisson. And another good look there for the Rams off of the rush, as that will be covered by the UCO goaltender. We'll have yet another Rams offensive zone face-off. With 6 minutes left, Rams, 6 minutes left in the pitching grid. Rams will just want to keep applying that pressure. That puck is rimmed around by the Broncos. Chipped out. Emerson will have it. He absorbs a hit as he chips it up through the air, and that will hit the ceiling. We will get a stoppage of play. Emerson absorbing a big hit there. And we will have a center ice draw. As I was saying, Rams just got to keep that pressure up for these last 6 minutes, get one more to really put this game away. That puck is won back to Emerson. Emerson D to D to Perini. Perini back to Emerson. Emerson will skate it up and send it down deep into the corner. Andor there on the forecheck takes a weird bounce. Stevens will have it. Stick handling there. Then up top, Perini, but that is through, jumps over his skate, comes just out. Rams will regroup, and that'll be cut off by Rudrow as it's out front for Stevens. Stevens stepping around, and that puck will come up and out off of UCO. 22 will step through Rudrow, and good save there off the pad for Gallimore. That's picked up. Stevens will stop up, finds Feinberg. Feinberg shoots, and good save there by the UCO goaltender. Feinberg absorbs a hit down low, and that good stick there from Rudrow to keep that puck in, but it'll come out to 22 for the Broncos, who will send it down deep. Cromwell back to retrieve. He will rim it around for Andor. Andor chips it, tries to chip it out. That's right there. Good hit by number 19 for the Broncos. Rudrow with the puck. Andor goes across to Petrangelo. Petrangelo has Stevens with him. 2-on-1 here for the Rams. Petrangelo to Stevens. Stevens, good glove save there by the UCO goaltender, coming across to make that save on Stevens. Another good look there off the rush for the Rams. Stevens at the end of his shift there, I'm sure was gassed, but he'll want that one back as Collins will step in to take this ozone draw against number 11 of the Broncos. And that'll be one back, but the Broncos will end up with it. 19 coming out wide on Cromwell. He'll hit the brakes and lose an edge and lose the puck as well. Sent around for Rudrow. Rudrow skating up. He tries to find someone in the middle, but that goes through everybody's stick. That puck is sent down by the Broncos. Cromwell will wheel the net. Finds Petrangelo on the wing. Petrangelo's pass just tipped by a UCO player. Rosso will come back on it. Give it to Rudrow. Chips it up the wall, but that'll find 11 for the Broncos as they will be offsides and have to regroup. Rudrow skating up with it. He'll cut to the middle and run into Grasso. Rudrow cross looking for Cromwell. Cromwell will send it up for Collins. Collins steps around one man. Finds Grasso. Grasso shot just wide. And that will be flipped down the ice by the Broncos. And Cromwell will beat the UCO player and have an icing here on the Broncos. And an offensive zone for the Rams. The Rams have Dylan Fritson, Collins, Trangelo, and Brasso out on the ice. Collins in big strike against number 24. One back by the Broncos, and good forecheck there by Brasso, and a good hit by Collins, but that was in the numbers, and that will be called for a fourth, I believe. You know, it's one of those tough ones where when you're going in to make a hit, the player has a shoulder to you, but as you finish, the player turns his back. So right before you hit him, he turns, and then you end up in his numbers, but that'll get called 9 times out of 10. So the Rams, once again, will go down on a penalty kill, and Broncos will have a man advantage for 2 minutes. Rams win that face-off. Dillon tries to send it out, but isn't quite able to get there. Hernberger tries to chip it out. Good keep there by number 12 for the Broncos. He'll send it across up top for 24. 24 trying to find someone in the middle, but that's offsides. As Frisson will send it up and through the legs of 24. That puck will go the length of the ice. 9 back on it for the Broncos. He will wheel it around. Out to 22. 22 with speed. He will rim it all the way around looking for 19. He'll chip it up for 24. 24 back down for 19 as he absorbs a hit from Hernberger. 22 fighting for it with sleds. 24 has it up at the point. Up to 9 at the point. Back to 44. 44 stepping. He'll send it across to 24. 24 up to the point to 9. Tries to send it down low. That's stick to side by Frisson. 19 will climb the wall. Send it up to 24. 24 cross ice to 44. Unable to handle that pass. 44 up top to 9. 9 across to 24. Looking for 12. 23 in the 22 in the middle. But that is blocked away and sent down the length of the ice by Hernberger. The Rams will change 3 here with Fritson staying out as the Broncos regroup with 45 seconds left on this man advantage. 61 find 11 on the wing. 11 wheeling in, goes wide, and he will send it down for 21. Back to 11 down low. 11 times 61 at the point. 61 down to the wall to 11. Down to 21. 21 will drop it off for 61. We'll send it back up top, looking for 21, but unable to make that pass. 24 back on it. 14 back on it for the Broncos. We'll send it up to 61. 61 skating it up. He goes out wide. Stick off there by Frisson. 61 will wheel the net. Send it up top for 14. 14 with a shot. That's high. As number 12 has it on the half wall. Tries to go around the net. Does. 12 looking for help there as the Rams are kill that penalty off. 16 down low. Looking out front. That's off the stick of Emerson. Shot, and that will be saved and gloved by Collins. As there's a little bit of extracurriculars after the whistle. But nothing there as the linesmen will come in and separate everybody. So good work again there from the Rams killing off the penalty. And I don't any super good chances. UCL was able to move it around decently well, but didn't have too many grade A chances. We'll have Von Felt out with Norris and Huntbond. That is one back by the Broncos and sent down low. 22 with him behind the net for the Broncos, pressured by Von Felt. Up top for 5. He will shoot it far side and wide. 20, battling with Cromwell down low. Von Felt in. Von Felt gets the puck, drags it around one man, makes another man miss, and he will chip it up, looking for Huntbond. They'll be gloved down and played up by 25 of the Broncos as that puck is sent up and out of play by Cromwell. We have 46 seconds left here in the second period. Stevens in to take this draw. battle for there. 20 will end up with it. He sends it down low, and that'll be gloved and held by Collins. Then we will have a D-zone face-off here for the Rams. Stevens out with Feinberg and Andor. It'll be 1 up to 44, who will send it down low for 20. He tries to center it, but good stick there by Stevens. Andor with it. He has Feinberg with him. Unable to find him. Andor cut across the middle. Tries to flip it through the legs, but it's unable to. 44 there for Broncos. Cromwell will send it down low as we have 20 seconds left here. 25 in the corner with it. He'll send it back for 5, who will look out for 20. That's off 20 and back down. Rudrow on the forecheck. Rudrow absorbs kind of a hit there as Andor with a good stick, and that is blocked down by 44 of the Broncos. As the Rams will head into this period, into this intermission, up 5-1. Another good period for them. A little bit back and forth at times, but some good kills and some clutch goals by the Rams to make this game, like I said, 5-1. We will be back in 15 for the third period and hopefully a Rams sweep.
Listen, you're more than your successes. You're more than your failures.
Everything you got.
You got this.
You're the work.
All right, dig deep.
It's dirty work. It's work that hurts. Work that defines you. It's that fire that burns inside you.
One more.
Be you. It's always been you. You're the work. You want that smoke? Give him that body.
It's a gift. And it's a thief. It heals. It teaches. And it can be on your side. It can even fly. We can try to get ahead of it. But it marches on. Time. It can be measured in eras and accomplishments and historical milestones. CCM measures time by its impact. We are the past. We are the future. CCM, we are hockey.
We're all seeking a spark, that can't deny it feeling that pushes you forward. For us, it starts here, where elevation fuels inspiration and roots run deep. We make a difference with high-impact research and rise up when it matters most. Your education begins on campus, but your experience can take you anywhere. When you find your energy at CSU, you discover anything is possible.
Welcome back, Ram fans, to Epic Ice Arena for this third period between the Rams and the Broncos. CSU with a 5-1 lead going in here, close out the sweep this weekend, and Broncos trying to perform a miracle. CSU will win that puck back. Cromwell will chip it up for Huntbon. Huntbon forward to Von Felt. Von Felt tries to go across the ice to Norris. Norris shot there, but that's blocked away by 9. Redrow will send it down. The Rams will have to regroup there. 19 trying to chip it around Huntbon. Huntbon gets a good stick on it. Battled for the feet. Battled in their feet there. And that'll get up to Norris. Norris coming down. Tries to find Huntbon back door, but that will come the length of the ice back to Collins. We'll pass it off to Redrow. The Rams regroup and Redrow up to Norris. Off his skate, off the UCO player and Von Felt, but he'll mishandle it and bring it back. Send it to Cromwell. Cromwell surveying. Finds Norris. Tries to tip it off. Tip it up. Cromwell with some speed. Trying to get deep for the Rams. Fought for there in front of the UCO bench. Cromwell and Norris on it. In on it. As that puck will pop out for UCO. Redrow center across for Von Felt. Von Felt kind of stumbles it a little bit there, but is able to get it out to the center ice. As Von Felt sends it down low for Huntbon. Huntbon skates around the net. Puts the brake on, centers the puck, but that goes across. Doan looking for a shot, but he fans on it. Now she's sent down by UCO for an icing. As UCO not happy about that call, thinking that it went off of Doan. It may have, I didn't see. But number 12 pleading his case with the linesman. And it looks like it did go off of Doan. So we'll have a center ice draw here. So that icing should not have been called, but it was. So that's why we have this center ice face-off. Collins wins it back to Doan. Doan D to Frisson. Frisson back over to Doan. Doan off the boards up to Grosso, but that goes through his skates. Sitting there at the blue line, Frisson gaps up and off his skate. Grosso has Collins. Collins with the puck out wide. Tries to find Grosso down low, but sticked away by number 5 for the Broncos. 5 will skate it around. Good stick there by Petrangelo to break that up, but he goes to 20. He skates it out wide, has 2 Broncos with him. Frisson steps out. 20 tries to send it through the middle, but that's off Frisson's skate. Sent down low and behind the net. 22 with it, tries to center it. Unable to, up to 14. He tries to send it deep. Grosso there to intercept. As Frisson has it, he'll send it back to Doan. Doan off the boards. He finds Petrangelo as the Broncos are going for the change there. Grosso with a shot, that's just wide. And pops out in front. Number 19 tries to send it up as that dump in is blocked, and back with it is Stevens. Stevens up to Emerson. Emerson tips it off of number 5 and Andor in on the forecheck. And 25 comes out with the puck. He chips it up off the boards, but that's cut off by Stevens and ends up in the linesman's skates. About 4 through the middle. 19 will have it. He will chip it just past Emerson for 25. 25 looking to shoot, but a good stick there by Andor to break that up. Brady cross ice for Feinberg. Feinberg coming down. Centers it to Stevens, but off his skate and nothing more there. 9 winning up the side. Broncos have 3 here. Sends it up top. Emerson, that is off the head of Collins and out of play. It's like right off the top of Gallimore's helmet. And looks like he is just fine. And we'll have a face-off here to the right of the CSU goaltender. Just kidding. It'll be to the left of the CSU goaltender. Hernberger stepping in against number 24 for the Broncos. And that'll be won by the Broncos. Sent up point and rimmed around by number 28. Redrow goes through Redrow stick behind the net. 24 looking at center. Out front, 21 shoots, and that is off of Gallimore's shoulder. Good save there. Sleds chips it up and out. As the Rams, Berger here on the forecheck. Putting good pressure on it. 61 will escape from him and chip it up for 24. 24 tries to cut the middle. Gets around Redrow. Comes around up front and sends it through the crease. Good look there. 28 sends it on net. Rebound. Another save by Gallimore, and the net is off. So the whistle will be blown. A good opportunity there for the Broncos, but they're not able to finish. If he was able to wrap that around, had a pretty wide open net, but on his backhand wasn't able to tuck it, so it was sent through the crease. Herrenberger going to take the straw. He wins it back. Cromwell back on it. Sends it around. Boards to Berger. Berger tries to send it up, but that is cut off by the defenseman. Rudrow sending it down, looking for Herrenberger. That is through him, and it will be an icing on the Rams. Just a little bit too much on that from Rudrow for Herrenberger to handle it. Rams would have had a breakaway or a 2-on-1 at the very least had that pass connected. And we will set up for a D-zone face-off for the Rams here to the left of Gallimore. Herrenberger and 22 for the Broncos to take the draw. One back as Cromwell will chip it around looking for Rudrow. Out of his reach. That'll take a weird bounce and come out front. UCO has it down low. Herrenberger will get called there for a hold as he got a hand on number 22's arm. And I think the big thing there was that affected possession of the puck. Herrenberger just held for a half second, and that did not allow 22 to get to the puck. So the Rams will go down here for, I believe, the fourth time today on the penalty kill. Sleds, Berger, Frisson, and Doan out for the Rams. Sleds wins it back. Doan has it there. Doan will send it up to the red line as number 9 for UCO will send it down low, rim it around. Frisson trying to get there, but that puck is just out of his reach. It'll be battled for on the boards. Doan in the corner, fighting for it. He's able to win that puck battle, and Doan will send it up, but that is kept in by 44 of the Broncos. Frisson back on it. He wheels around the net, reverses it, looking for Doan, but a little too much on that for him. And the Broncos will set their power play up as 19 is walking up, looking for outlets. He sends it to 24. 24 cross ice. That's intercepted by Sleds. Sleds and Berger. Sleds alone, 1-on-1, and a good stick there from 9. As Sleds lays a hit, and that'll be in the numbers. It looked like he went into the shoulder, as the Rams will end up with a 5-on-3 penalty kill here for 1:13. Left in that first penalty to the Rams, with 5 minutes gone here in the third. And this will be a big kill for the Rams, as Sleds is given a 5-minute major for boarding. Seems like an aggressive call to me, but the Rams will now have to kill off a 5-on-3 for 1:13, and then have a 5-minute major to kill off here. So this is a big turning point in the game if the Rams are able to kill this off, or if UCO is able to capitalize, as 44 has it on the wall, sends it to 24, who goes back door, and that is saved or just misses there from 19. 19 stepping up with it, sends it up top for 12. 12 across to 44. 44 tries to go down low. Emerson is able to intercept that and send it down, but not all the way down, as 12 will get that at the red line. Sends it up to 44. 44 steps in and sends it down deep. Emerson back on it, able to pin that up there against the boards. Emerson working there, doing a good job killing some time here as the Broncos step out with it. 24 has it. He tries to send it up top, unable to. As Norris now has a breakaway, kind of fumbles it a little bit, but he still has positioning. Norris ends up losing that puck, but still kills a decent amount of time as there's 14 seconds left in this 5-on-3. 22 coming out wide for UCO. Coming around the net, looking for options. Sends it to 44, back to 22, to 44, up top for 12. 12 with a slap shot. Great diving block there by Norris, who is tackled to the ground. Out front for 44. 44 with a shot that is saved and covered by Gallimore. So great job there for the Rams to kill off that 5-on-3 penalty. And Norris putting the body on the line with an amazing diving block to save a good shot there. But the Rams do still have 3.5 minutes of this 5-minute major to kill off, as we'll have a face-off to the left of Gallimore. Von Felt and Berger out there with Doan and Rudrow. That is won and sent down low by the Broncos. Doan there. Up top, number 21 for the Broncos. Drops it off for 61. 61 walking across. Finds 14. 14 back over to 61. 61 surveying. Back over to 14. 14 up top to 61. 61 sends it down deep. Blocked away by Gallimore. Out to the side of the net. And 16 centers it, but no one there. And Berger will send it down deep. The Rams will get a change here. That is sent up to 21 by the goaltender. Herrenberger with a good forecheck there to disrupt that pass. 21 steps through the middle. Loses the puck. That's sent to Herrenberger. Herrenberger will send that down the length of the ice, as the Rams will complete their change and UCO will get some fresh bodies as well. Herrenberger on the forecheck, as 14 will step out for the Broncos. Sends it up to 19. Emerson there to break that up. And 19 will absorb a check there from Herrenberger. 44 with it on the far side for the Broncos. He's stepping down the wall. Frisson steps out. His pass goes across. 24 has it up top to 14. 14 down. 44 on the wall. 44 stepping. And that shot is blocked by the stick of Emerson. And shot wide there by 22 of Broncos. Plot 4 down low between Emerson and 2 Bronco players. Now there's 3. 44 for the Broncos to come out with it. Sent across to 24. And back over across to 44. 44 up top to 12. 44 with a one-time shot that hit somebody in front. And that's rimmed around by Broncos. Back up to 44. 44 sends it low to 19. Good job by Frisson to keep any pass. This is down low for 19. 19 back up to 44. 44 stepping in. Goes back door, but a good stick there by Herrenberger to break that pass up. 24 bobbles it. Herrenberger goes hard. Doesn't quite get there. Cross ice for 44, but that bounces over his stick. 12 will end up with it. Stick there by Herrenberger, or by Emerson, and that'll be sent down the length of the ice for Frisson, as there is a minute and a half left on this man advantage for the Broncos. 25 or 12 will step up with it, looking for 11. That's out of his reach. Cromwell will try to send it around, but he fans on it. Works out for him though. So he will take it behind the net and send it all the way down, as the UCO goalie will retrieve that and leave it for 21 on UCO. 21 to 61 on the wall. 61 coming down deep. He'll send it down. Perini back on it, has 11 on it. 11, it's a good forecheck there, but Perini able to fight him off. Von Felt tries to get it out and eventually does after it hits 14. As 21 will regroup it for the Broncos. 61 will rim it down around. Perini back on it here for the Rams. And that'll go through. Von Felt will send it all the way down. There is 30 seconds left on this man advantage for the Broncos. 61 taking it up. This close side, he'll drop it back for 14. 14 sends it up for 22, who tries to center it, but is unable to. Cromwell sends it up, looking for Berger, but Berger unable to beat 25 for the puck. Huntbon playing with the stick of 25 as he's able to knock that puck off. Perini will put a body on 25. Plot 4 down low. Perini comes away with it, and Perini will ship it around 44, but not out, as that penalty is now over for the Rams, and they have filled off both a 5-on-3 and a 5-minute major, which is huge here as we have 10 minutes left in this third period. Huntbon with it. He finds Sleds. Sleds sends it cross ice for Berger. Berger plays it off the skate. Berger coming up the wall. He has Huntbon and Sleds with him. Drops it for Huntbon. Huntbon sends it on net, and that is frozen by the UCO goaltender. So a great kill there by the Rams. And hopefully they can turn that into some good momentum here with 9 minutes, 41 seconds left, and an ozone draw here to the right of the UCO goaltender. Collins in to take the draw. Wins it to Petrangelo. Petrangelo to Doan. Doan has time, looking for a shot. Gets one, and that is gobbled up by the UCO goaltender. And we will have same face-off again. Again, if you're the Rams, you really want to take advantage of the momentum you got there from killing off that penalty. That face-off won back by UCO and rimmed around. Looking for 16 on the wall. 16 centers it to 11. 11 stepping out wide against Frisson. He has speed. Tries to cut to the middle, but is stick away. Petrangelo chips it up off the wall. And Grosso there as it's left behind. Petrangelo looking for Doan. Doan to Petrangelo. Petrangelo steps around his man. Has somebody with him. Petrangelo backdoor for Collins. Collins shoots, and that's wide. Good job by the UCO goaltender to cut off the angle. Collins has it back out in front for Grosso. Grosso, good stick there by number 16 of the Broncos to eliminate that scoring chance from Grosso. So two really good looks there from Collins and Grosso. Petrangelo working hard. We will have another offensive zone face-off for the Rams, who are sending out Cromwell, Rudrow, and Stevens will win it back to Cromwell. Cromwell sends it to Andor. Andor down low for Stevens. Stevens fighting for it there. As number 9 will end up with the puck for the Broncos. 12 sends it cross-ice with 24. 24 unable to get it. As Stevens takes a big hit there. And 9 will come in. Cromwell with a good stick there to break it up, but Cromwell will lose his stick. Andor looking to chip it up. Stevens unable to play on that as that puck will go in the corner. Cromwell going to play it. 24 tries to center it, but nobody there for. Oh, and it's out in front. Scrambled for them, and the net is knocked off its moorings. And we will have an ozone face-off. That net was knocked off by a UCO player, so this puck actually will come outside of the zone. And the Rams will be allowed to change. So close look there for the Broncos, but the Rams able to keep it out of the net. Gallimore making a good save. Stevens, Feinberg, and Andor out as forwards with Emerson and Perini on defense. Fought for there. Stevens ends up with the puck, has Feinberg with him. Stevens cuts out wide, finds Feinberg, who will dance around one, centers it, but no one there for the Rams. That's off of Stevens' foot, and Emerson able to intercept that pass and knock it up out of the air. That puck is in the feet of 44, who will send it down deep. Feinberg back on it, looks to reverse and does, finds Perini. Perini skating it up. Has speed, drives out wide. Cuts to the middle, goes short side, and that finds the shoulder, the UCO goaltender, and it will stick there. We will have another ozone face-off. Perini using his legs to get a good look there, short side. Just 1 or 2 inches higher, and I think that might have been a goal. Bond in to take this draw against number 11 for the Broncos. Bond wins that back to Emerson. Emerson looking for a shot, gets one. That is sticked away by the UCO goaltender, centered by Bond, saved by the UCO goaltender as well. That'll jump over Emerson's stick as he'll go D to D. Perini looking for Von Felt. Goes through him, but goes through another defender as well. Bond looking for Norris backdoor, just out of his reach. Norris puts on the brakes in the corner, sends it down low for Huntbond. Huntbond out front for Von Felt. Von Felt to Norris, but that is sticked away by UCO player. Norris with a good back check there to avoid that, and a hold there by the UCO player, and we will have a delayed penalty on UCO as Doan fights for it in the corner and steps out Huntbond with it. Huntbond finds Von Felt. Von Felt's to Frisson. Frisson down low. His shot misses. Huntbond coming up high with the puck. Huntbond looking. He sends it down low for Collins. Collins sends it for Norris. Norris, he sends it up top for Collins. Collins over to Norris. They switch and a drop there for Collins. Collins sends it down low to Hunt Bond, and he tries to one-touch it, but it goes off his stick weird. And UCO will touch the puck. And the Rams will go on the power play here with 6 minutes 40 left in the third period. That'll be a hold on number 11 for UCO. Rams will send out the first unit of Hunt, Bond, Grosso, Collins, Trangelo, and Doan to try to capitalize on this late penalty by UCO. Collins in to take the draw. That is won by UCO. Back on it, it's number 9. Tries to clear it out, but hits 24 of UCO as well. Collins into battle for it. Doan steps down, able to keep it. Grosso finds Collins down low. He's looking for Hunt Bond, but unable to make that pass. Sends it down the top, fakes a shot, goes over to Trangelo. Trangelo centers it, sitting there and covered by the UCO goaltender. Puck movement there by the Rams and good aggressiveness to keep UCO from being able to clear that puck off the faceoff. As Collins will step in to take this draw against number 24 of the Broncos. He wins it back to Doan. Doan sends it to Trangelo. Trangelo back up top to Doan. Doan across to Grosso. Grosso looks to send it back to Doan, but jumps over his stick, and the Broncos will clear it the length of the ice. Doan back on it. He has Trangelo and Hunt Bond with him. He'll drop it for Trangelo. Trangelo coming up with speed. Trangelo around one man, sticks in the middle, gets a shot, but that's just wide. Trangelo with the center, unable to, and that will be sent up and down the ice again by the Broncos. Doan back on it. He's wheeling. Has some speed. He'll enter the zone. Puts it through the skates of one. Goes back door to Grosso, but that's just in his feet. Grosso fighting with it down low. Trangelo. He's able to poke it loose. Trangelo. They stick down, and that puck will come up and out. Doan back on it. He'll go across looking for Collins, and UCO number 21 will end up with the puck. He'll go D to D to 5. 5 will send it the length of the ice, and Gallimore will be back on it. Sends it to Emerson. Emerson there. He'll step out and goes across for Andor. Andor lets it go. He's trying to find Stevens. Stevens in on the forecheck. Stevens for Andor up to Emerson, who glove it down. Stevens has it out in front, and he's stick down by a UCO player, and that'll be cleared out and down. With 10 seconds left here in this man advantage, Rudrow behind the net. He will backhand it here to Emerson. Emerson steps around 24. Coming up the wing. Sends it cross ice for Rudrow. Big shot, and that will be gloved and held by the UCO goaltender as they are able to kill off that man advantage for the Rams. With 4 minutes and 36 seconds left, we'll have an offensive zone face-off for the Rams. Herrenberger out there with sleds, and Rondo, Cromwell, and Rudrow at the point. That face-off ends up with number 16 and will come up and out of the zone. And we'll have a neutral zone draw here. Herrenberger stepping in. He wins that back to Rudrow. Rudrow will send it down deep and hit somebody, so no icing there. 25 back on it. He tries to send it up the wall, and it'll end up with 11. 11 steps in the middle. He takes a shot, and that will be stopped and held by a Gallimore. Herrenberger here to take this draw for the Rams against number 11 for the Broncos to the right of Gallimore. We will stop and do it again as the two players on the backside got in too quickly. That puck is won by the Broncos, but Sleds with some good hustle to get to the puck. Rondo looking for Sleds, but that is intercepted by Bronco, and that will be a high stick by the Broncos. So we will have an offensive zone draw here for the Rams. here to the left of the UCO goaltender. Herrenberg stepping in against 22 of the Broncos. That puck is 1-28 of the Broncos. He rims around, but 44 trying to send it up, but a good set there by Emerson. Herrenberger, good forecheck there. Gets the puck. Rondo centers the puck, looking for sled with a shot, turned away by the UCO goaltender. That is chipped up, but not out by 28. And that is a hand pass there from the Broncos. And we will have another offensive zone faceoff for the Rams. Broncos not able to change, as that was a hand pass. So they might have some hired legs out there as Von Felt, Norris, and Hunt Bond step in. Von Felt able to win that draw, but good hustle there by 20 of the Broncos to break that up. Marini will send it down low. And Emerson stepping up, but that puck gets through. There's a 2-on-1 for the Broncos. Good back check there by Von Felt to break up that 2-on-1 backdoor pass. As Norris on the forecheck against 28 of the Broncos here. 28 will go behind his net, find 61. 61 chips it up, looking for 44. Doesn't quite get there. Dillon has the puck. He will send it down deep and on net. The UCO goaltender will leave it there for 28. 28 goes cross-ice looking for 24 and will find him. 24 will just send that down deep as Gallimore is out to play it. Takes that weird hop off the boards as Fritzen will take behind the net. Try to reverse, but gets held up there. And Von Felt will chip it out, but I believe that was tipped by the UCO player. No icing there. 14 wheeling around. Looking for 21 on the wall. That's intercepted by Huntbon. Huntbon looking to go short side high, but misses the net. Comes out to Fritzen. Fritzen goes across to Von Felt. Von Felt sends it down deep, and he will get a change as Norris in on the forecheck against 14. 24 with it on the wall. He sends it up and out, and that will be enough for an icing against the Broncos. So we will have yet another ozone faceoff for the Rams. And as long as there are no miracles here in this last 2 minutes, 18 seconds, the Rams have secured the sweep for this weekend. Sweeping the Broncos for the first time at home in 3 years. As Colin comes in, takes a straw, tries to push through, but is unable to. The Broncos have 3-on-2 from the other way. 21 looking for 12, but that's just out of his reach. And Collins will, or excuse me, not Collins, Gallimore will cover that puck. And we'll have a D-zone face-off to the left of Gallimore. Broncos able to get a change there as Collins will step in to take the draw. Wins it back to Cromwell. Cromwell, D to Rudrow. Rudrow, Grosso on the wall. He chips it up with Collins. And Grosso absorbs a hit there as Trangelo finds Cromwell, who finds Collins, drops it for Grosso. Grosso shoots, and that is gobbled up by the UCO goaltender. Great puck movement and a good look there for the Rams. A good save by the goaltender for UCO. Collins step in to take the straw to the right of the UCO goaltender. And he wins it back to Cromwell. Cromwell sent it to Trangelo. Trangelo tries to center it, but is intercepted by UCO. UCO coming out with numbers. 16 has it with 19. 16 driving wide. Tries to center it to 19, but that is cut off and ends up in the hands of Gallimore with a little more pushing and shoving here from UCO and Rams. 11. Getting a little feisty, and Trangelo, I believe, pointing at the scoreboard and telling him that it's 5-1, and the time for being rough is well past. As the Rams will get a change here, Stevens, Andor, and Feinberg will step out, and Emerson and Marini will be on the back end here for the Rams. Stevens in to take the draw, and puck's not dropped yet. Stevens will win that back, looking for Perini. Perini with a good stick there to break up that front centering pass. Perini has it behind the net, and it is stripped away from him by number 20 of the Broncos. 22 has it up to 20. 20 tries to send it to 28. That puck will come up and out and sent down low. Broncos will regroup as Emerson goes to Perini. Perini looking for Stevens through the middle. Stevens thought he tipped it, but they will be called for icing. And we will have a D-zone face-off to the left of Gallimore here with 1 minute, 7 seconds left to go in the third. Stevens stepping in to take this draw against 22. One back by the Broncos, but a good stick there from Emerson to break that up. Emerson chips it up, and that'll get out. Stevens on the forecheck against 14. Good pressure there. Left for 44. And Emerson back on it for the Rams. He'll go behind his net and stay there. Step around it. Sends it up for Stevens. Stevens has Andor with him. Stevens will cut across the middle, looking for space. Stevens tries to center it, but no one there for the Rams. Be sent across to 21 for the Broncos, as it'll hit off his skate and go down deep. Don't back on the puck. Fought for there between 3 Rams and 2 Broncos. Pops out for Perini. Perini will step around and chip it up, and Feinberg able to get that puck out. Stevens on the forecheck, good stick there, and Stevens will get that puck down deep. Feinberg looking for something here in these last seconds, and that will be the game as the Rams win this one 5-1. And as I said, will sweep the UCO in Fort Collins for the first time in 3 years. Great job by the Rams tonight on the penalty kill. They did not let up a single shorthanded goal and just kept the pressure on all night. And a good job from Gallimore. Keep the Rams in it, only letting in 1 goal, making sure UCO wasn't able to score. As that UCO player who was down in the corner will now get up. Thank you for tuning in for tonight's broadcast. The Rams will be back in action next weekend, Friday and Saturday, both games at 7:15 p.m. Taking on the GCU Antelopes. We'll have coverage here on Ram Hockey TV. But for now, everybody have a good night.